Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry about that last episode. It was a little bit shorter than usual, but I thought that was alright. Did a little bit of talking, getting to know each of the people a little bit better. And yeah, I did focus on Win a little bit more than usual, which is fine. I like her a lot, she's a nice lady. I went ahead and purchased the Templar specialization book thing, but it seems that you have to level up first before you can learn it, or at least I think that's how it works. So we'll see when that happens. We're also running a little bit low on potions, so I'm not sure if I should really spend my money on distilling agents to make more potions. I'm not really sure. But right now, I think what we're going to do is head out, and we're going to head to Denerim is what we're going to do. So we're going to take our usual party of Alistair, Morgan, and Wynne.
Yes.
And let's go to Denerim, I believe. We don't have that many places left. We have... well, the Frostback Mountains, which is where the Urn of Sacred Ashes is. We have the Brazilian Forest, which I have never been to before. And I know that there's also Ozamar somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I don't know why Honolith is still lit up. Maybe we can go back there with Shale or something. I don't really know. But we're going to go to Denerim right now. Okay, got ambushed by some darkspawn, so I need to figure out what's going on. Usually, yeah, we have to turn on our abilities because they get turned off normally. Alright. So, not too many. We have a couple of archers up there, and I did like my strategies that I used before where I used an earthquake. So let's see if we can put an earthquake up there. Let's try that. There we go, just to grab them. And then makes them knock down every once in a while, just to reduce a little bit of damage on us. Right now, we can probably use a Waking Nightmare, but oh, she's getting knocked around. Well, she should be fine. I'm gonna use a Mass Rejuvenation on everyone, just so they can use their abilities a little bit more often. I am going to wait until that Darkspawn gets here, so that I can use Waking Nightmare on it, although that is pretty unnecessary. Let's just go to Morgan, and then use Waking Nightmare. Do a little bit of CC. I feel like these guys probably don't pose much of a threat, but we'll see. I guess we can just leave our people to auto-attack, because it is, yeah, just, okay, well, Wynn's getting attacked, probably from archers, so I am going to put a heroic aura on her, and maybe, I was trying to figure out, maybe I can line of sight somewhere, like, over here. No, she's dead. Her health dropped a lot quicker than I had expected. Right, she's back up. That's kind of strange. I'm going to tell her to use a small lyrium potion so that she can heal herself, because she is low on health. And she's just getting pummeled right now, and now she's stunned from scatter shot. Interesting, that's what the archers can do. I did not know that. Looks like Alistair is doing fine, but Morgan's also very low on health, but she is taking damage from scatter shot, and Wynne is dead again. Yeah, I should have paid more attention to those archers, and now I'm having flashbacks about the start of a game where the archers dealt a lot of damage. And looks like looks like Alistair's stuck in a trap and getting flanked, which is not good. Let's see, what can we do here? Maybe a Mind Blast. I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't played in 2 or 3 days, and I've been doing other things, so I'm kind of forgetting about certain things. I don't know where my guy is. Oh, he's up there just running around. There's another trap there. I can barely see it. I'm going to try and get Alistair to not run into it, and then get Morgan to also not run into it, if possible. Let's see if we can do something about those archers. There's a lot, and they're pretty far away. There is that one over there, and that's that's the leader, okay. So maybe I can put the leader in a force field. Yeah, I kept forgetting I had those kinds of spells. But yeah, like I said, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played in a few days. So let's see if we can pick it up again. How are those guys doing? They're doing alright. I was going to say, luckily the leader is all by himself, but he was doing some range attacks as well. That's probably what she died to as well. And there we go. Yeah, I wasn't really paying that much attention there. Oh well, it happens. And now she has an injury, but that's fine. We got some lesser injury kits and that sort of thing. Apparently we're still in combat. Or at least they're still, like, combat ready. For some reason. That's the Great Highway, apparently. Kind of cool that we were seeing it like that.
It is begun.
And, oh, I accidentally drank a lesser drought potion because I right-clicked on an item. Because I usually right-click to loot in a lot of games, and so what happened there is I right-clicked on an item and it used it.
Shall be done.
Because it brings up the radio menu, which is,
As you say.
what is it called?
It is begun.
It's a holdover from the... Oh, what's going on here? I guess they're fighting.
I shall do it.
Is it glitched?
Be wary.
Uh-oh.
Come, let us end this.
Well, that's going to be a problem. No, there we go. Now it's dead. I got a bit worried there that it might have been a problem. Well then. And there's a thingy here. Rubble roadblocked. Huh. Alright. A little bit of a skirmish. Nothing too serious. Not really sure what the point of it was. I guess, like they said, traveling on the road can be dangerous. Oh. Win? You alright there?
I fell.
I saw that. Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought I thought it was all over.
Are you really that close to death? That's a bit concerning that, yeah, she is close to death. I think you need some rest.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okay. That makes me want to talk to her, but we're going to Denerim, so later time. I'll have to remember. It'll probably be in a few hours, so I'm going to write that down. Yes, let's continue. Alright, Denerim. I was a bit worried because the loading screen for this place was the longest loading screen out of all the loading screens in the game thus far. So I thought my game had crashed, but luckily not. Alright, Denerim. Not sure where we should go. Kind of just looking around. Got people milling about. Some ladies sitting in the corner here. Let's talk to Sarah. Hello.
Good day.
Good day to you as well. And there's the chantry, which, as much as I loathe...
Difficult for you and your mother, Morgan, to live always hiding from the chantry and its hunters.
Your pitying tone is as unwelcome as it is unnecessary, old woman. There was nothing difficult about our lives in the slightest.
But surely you must take notice from time to time. No matter how powerful you claim to be, you would not wish the full attention of the chantry.
Hunters did come into the wilds from time to time. They did not leave.
And the interest of the chantry was never aroused. I find that difficult to believe.
I imagine you find many things difficult to believe. Your own preference for the leash you wear, for instance.
There are good reasons for the world to fear mages, even despite our best intentions.
Your best intentions, perhaps. Their fear concerns me not at all.
I really like that whole lore and situation with the mages. It's very interesting to me, and I wonder how it's going to develop for the future Dragon Age games, because there's Dragon Age 2 that came out, so I don't know how that has affected it. There's a Chanter's board with a bunch of quests, so probably we should check that out, and I think we might have to talk to these people here if we... Yeah, I don't really feel like talking to Chantry people at all. Looks like we've got Templars guarding the Chantry, maybe that could be interesting, but I do want to check out this Chanter's board. Wow, lots of quests. Well, time to read. Back alley justice. Eliminate the criminals preying on innocent folk in the Denerim back alleys. In these dark times, we must work together against a common threat. Sergeant Keelon has brought disturbing news that should anger all righteous people. In our own alleyways, footpad muggers and miscreants lie in wait to profit from the chaos of our times. They infect us like a plague. A reward is available for any information about these lowlifes. Sergeant Keelon has offered a heavy purse for any brave souls that can best these brigands and make Denerim a safe place once again. This humble chanter has added to the reward as well. May the Maker bless all those who heed his call. So yeah, these quests seem to be like just for coin, but if this Chanter's Lord is anything like the Lothering one, we will get an item if we complete all of the quests. Perhaps even with the Mages one, the Rogue Mages one, but I think we missed one of the quests from that random encounter, but I'm not really sure. Missing in action, find Rexel. I guess the bold text tells us what we're supposed to do, and the rest is just for lore purposes, so I'm not really sure if I should read that for you guys. I'm doing it for my own benefit, but I'll do it anyways. Recently, our hearts were lifted when many survivors of the Battle of Ostigars returned to us. So there's been more than the Grey Wardens who survived. That's right, yeah. Interesting. Maker bless these men and women, and have mercy on those who fell defending our children from the Blight. Sadly, one of these heroes has gone missing. Rexel served in Terran Logan's vanguards with distinction. Upon his return, his wife said he was prone to quiet reflections and frequented the local taverns. One afternoon, he left his home and never returned. This chanter was moved by the family's grief and is offering a pouch of coins for anyone who finds his hero. The chant says, I am saving one man to save us all. For if each of us lends a hand and aid his neighbors, anything is possible, especially now. Okay, so we have to find some missing person. Find Fazil's Sextant, which is a tool to measure... I'm not actually sure what it's used for. I just know you look at the horizon and there's like a dial for certain degrees. I need to look that up, what it's actually used for. I knew it was used for ship navigating at one point, but I don't know the exact details. Anyways, Master Fazil is one of the esteemed guild free sailors. Yeah, it's for sailors. Has informed this chanter that while about guild business, he was waylaid by bandits. That's a word I've never seen before. Waylaid. Via guile and other... Oh wow, there's another word I've never seen before. Chicanery? That looks like a French word to me. The chicanery? I don't know. He lost many valuables, but in particularly an antique sextant that was removed forcibly from his person. The sextant is one of the... The sextant is of considerable symbolic value and belongs to the first guildmaster of the Free Sailors. Master Fazil describes his assailants as masked, of foreign descent, perhaps to winter or free marches, and unusually coordinated and crafty. He has placed a hefty sum of coin with this chanter for the return of his sextant. That is all. Also, that's interesting. People give the chanters money to post up quests, and then the chanters pay the person who returns it. And I imagine the chanters would return the item back to the person. I'm not entirely sure. Logain's push. Brothers and sisters, word has arrived of an imminent conflict. Terran Logain's honored forces continue to root out the threats to our nation, and their actions deserve support from the common people. While it is unusual to post troop movements in the public board, I believe it is necessary for the brethren near the affected areas to respect the honored Terran by aiding his troops. Provide whatever comfort you feel they deserve, and Ferelden will be stronger for it. Treat these brave soldiers as you would treat Logain himself, and the spiritual reward will be generous. So you have to pay Terran Logain's forces? That's a weird quest. I'm gonna accept it anyways, just to see what it's all about. Desperate Haven. Sister Rana has heard reports of an imminent tragedy. A runner has brought me dire news of a group of refugees fleeing the Darkspawn. They have been cornered in unfamiliar ground, fighting for their lives. The Templars are necessarily occupied, and my own means are few and stretched. If someone of skill has the ability to deliver these people, I can only offer the honest gratitude of myself and the Chantry. Hopefully that will be enough for the rare person we need. Okay, so we have to save people from a group of Darkspawn? Okay, interesting. Skin Deep. A runner senses a request from Knight Commander Thames. While the reports I have heard no doubt suffer from exaggeration, the observed creatures assaulting Redcliffe trouble me greatly. If we are to properly combat these unnatural agents and prevent their reoccurrence, the mages bound by my service will require careful will require carefully prepared samples of flesh for study. Thereafter, should a deployment occur, we will be well briefed. If there are skilled warriors presented, I would have them gather samples from any remaining creatures as close to the presumed source as possible. The Chantry will reward this basic assistance with the spiritual acknowledgement. If the request is exceeded, gold will be added, but the offer is limited. I believe this is for the corpse gall that we gathered. Yes, quests updated. So it says we have to give 9 to complete the quest, but if we give 18, we get some gold. So let's see how many we have. We have 17, one short. I must have missed one. Maybe we'll find more later on. I do want to talk to these Templars to see what's going on with the Chantry. Hello there.
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Oma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral closed? I'm wondering this.
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
There's a question. What's wrong with your friend? Because I was like, yeah, he seems unfit for duty as a Templar since he seems to have lost his memory, and then also he's going kind of weird. So sure, I'll ask that. It seems kind of offensive, but I do want to know.
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Valroyo years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
I thought so. If it's the lyrium that does it to him, then why doesn't he stop taking it?
He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
If he can't remember anything else, what good is he?
The light of the Maker guide your steps.
Sure. There's a lady here. She has very interesting robes. She looks like a mage, and I'm actually more interested in talking to her than any of the other holy people. So let's talk to Justine.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
She has a very distinct accent compared to everyone else in this city. And also her robes that she's wearing are quite interesting. So yes, who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
And what do you do as a curator?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
And what's so hard about finding these relics?
A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
Is there any way to verify that they're legit?
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
Well, I've got to go. I don't really care much for this kind of chat. Sorry, but goodbye. Take care.
Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
Well, I won't be visiting it as it's closed, and I don't really want to go in there. So, yes. I guess we're taking a look around Lothering. I'm not really sure exactly where we should be heading in general. Maybe I should take a look at the map. And this is some market, it looks like. We've got some Knight Commander. We lose another Templar. Let's talk to him, see what's up. Oh, hello there.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you.
Of course, I'm sorry for bothering you.
Thank you and farewell.
Okay, that was quick. I saw there was a scarecrow, but he looked a bit scary. If I can... Yeah, that was a pretty scary looking scarecrow. I guess that's its job to be...
They say you can get anything here. I once got pickpocketed.
I once had my portrait painted by an artist in the square here. It wasn't very good.
I have never seen such a collection of merchants and people before. 'Tis always so?
Chests. It's probably a bad idea to go and open those, because they're not ours, and they're probably the vendors who have them. This guy is probably important, because his name is Yellow. So I'm just going to take a look around this market. There's also a store right here, so maybe we should take a look at that, but I'm going to... Ooh, some quests as well. Let's talk to all the merchants, see what they have to offer. Hello there, lady. Lisa.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian scented oils in all of Denerim. For a lady friend, perhaps? Roses can open any woman's heart, you know.
I wouldn't be so sure about any women's, but hey, you never know. Is there anything to see in the market here? What's there to see in the market?
Much of the city is still a mystery to me, but the markets is like my home. Circle and sorcered objects can be found in the wonders of Thedas, in the alleyway north. The armorer, Wade, and his emporium are just to the south. If you need work, outside the rectory to the southeast is a chanter's board. And if your thirst is strong, head to the Nord Noble Tavern north of here. Be prepared, though. They do put on many airs.
That question, where are you from? I believe she might be from Orlais, but just to verify that, let's ask her. Hello.
I am from Orlais.
Yeah.
You've heard of us, no?
I have.
Well, Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varoyo. She's quite beautiful this time of year.
So Orlais seems like it's French, or they speak French, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of funny that well, I was gonna say it's kind of funny that there's different Earth languages in fantasy stories, but I guess English is part of it, and that's like the main language. So why not French as well? Tell me about Valroyo.
What I miss most are the clothes. The avenue of flowers this time of year has so many colors. And the skirts. Fine wools, cloths, many only the noble-born can afford. Ferelden is more muted. Its fashion's quite old. But I like the people of this city very much.
I'm laughing because what she is saying is very much parallel to... I'm going to leave the conversation. Very much parallel to reality in terms of France, or right, Orlais for her, where the clothes are much better quality and designs, which is true for France. That is, I've often heard my mother say she misses the clothes of France. They have the best kinds of clothes there, where when we're in Canada or any other country, it seems like the clothes are just not as interesting. But the people, however, are not all that likable. And so as Giselle here says, she prefers the people of the city instead of those of her home country, which might as well be France. Which, yes, very much parallels reality, so I find that quite funny. Now, we are on a mission to go find some dude who might have found the Urn of Sacred Ashes, and we're also looking for, what's his name, Alistair's sister, Goldana. There's a dog running in the chest. Okay, then. So yeah, I'm not sure if we should really, like, dilly-dally around and figure out what's going on, but to find that guy, maybe we need to talk to people and see if they've heard of him, but probably one of the best places to do that is in a tavern. Oh, there's Goldana's house. Okay, well, I kind of want to talk to all the merchants. Hello there.
What is it? I have work to do.
I have a note here from your master.
What does it say? I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
Wait, that's the merchant, and now he's leaving? I guess he wasn't a merchant. That's one of the mage's quests where you have to give the notice of termination to all the different people. I wonder if we can open that chest, but I dare to do so. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Looks like we can't really talk.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Hello, Gorham.
Welcome. Welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
Sure, let's see what you have.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Alright, well, I do want to sell something that we did get during that little skirmish of ours. Let's take a look what he has. He has a manual for Berserker, which is another specialization for warriors, but I'm not interested in taking that stuff. And he's got a bunch of dwarven medals and that sort of thing. Dwarven armored gloves, nothing too fancy. But I might eat my words because there's that kind of thing. And he's also got some weapons. Once again, nothing too fancy. I guess he's just a weapons vendor that you can sell weapons to. There was an option for him to sell information. I do want to see what he has to say because, right, once again, we're looking for that one person.
Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
Well, it's not. I'm not here to look at anything. I'm here to listen. If you've got information to sell, that's what I'm looking for.
I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me.
But who does information really belong to? That is a good question. Reminds me of the Shadow Broker from Mass Effect, one of the most interesting characters. Before you knew who he was. It was quite a nice, mysterious little endeavor. Now, let's see what he has to say. I actually don't need
Anytime, my
to...
friend.
There was no options there that interested me, unfortunately, on which I feel like I'm wasting time.
I
Whoop.
recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
I did not kill anyone, and your armor seems to be very glitchy at the moment. He looks like an old, what's his name? Old Duncan a little bit. I'll have you informed that Logain's charges against the Wardens are false. He's the one who left the battlefield and condemned us all.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
Your armor is glitchy. Now, do you really believe that the Wardens would help the Darkspawn? They are created to do the opposite.
I do not like your tone, sir. But you may be right.
I don't know.
I may regret this, but I cannot duel someone who may be guiltless. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Fair enough, but know that you are going to... Yeah, cycling armor textures, woo! Oh, there's another one going. I do remember this happening at the start of the game, where during that meeting there is cycling textures. This guy's a boss, so that's interesting. Hello, sir.
Another visitor, the Maestro. Enjoy browsing my wares.
What sort of... actually, who are you? Your accent sounds different.
Master Trader Ignacio, at your service, good sir. My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Caesar handles the trade stock, I handle other affairs.
And what kind of affairs are those?
Business deals, meetings. Caesar makes it so I am free of the day-to-day concerns of our store.
Okay, so he, takes care of things. You aren't from Ferelden, are you? You sound different.
No, I am not. I am a trader at heart. My home is the road. But I was born past the waking sea in Antiva. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was.
Good to hear. Well, I'm gonna go because I don't feel like asking if you need any help.
Luck be to you, Warden.
Thank you. And there's also Caesar. Hello there.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers.
Do you have anything for sale?
Oh, yes.
I guess he sells reagents of sorts. Oh, and some recipes as well for poison making. Yeah. Also, I saw that there was a giant loot next to him, which was quite comical. Actually, let's sort by things just to make it easier to browse. There was a giant loot beside him, which I found quite comical because it was larger than him. That's not a bad staff. And so I thought it was kind of unrealistic, but if I do remember when I was in a... That's a pretty interesting interesting chess piece. It's a very highly magic resistance, but you lose magic stat. Focus ring, spirit resistances, and yeah, he sells a bunch of reagents. Now, as I was saying, yes, while I was in a band, or rather an orchestra, I was in an orchestra for a little bit, there was a person who was quite small, but he was playing on the cello, and the cello was bigger than him, which I found quite funny. So that's, that kind of reminds me of their, yeah, giant loots. Pretty funny stuff, alright. And I think there's one more person now. Well, there's Goldana's house, so I do want to head there. Even though there's also this emporium, which sounds like a magical shop, but, oh.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
That's exactly what I was going to do. Yes, let's do that.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
I do kind of understand that he feels that saying sister is a bit strange. I mean, I've had a sister for 18 years, and...
Magic exists to serve man and never...
Oh, they're preaching and whatnot. But yeah, now I have a new brother that was born about a month ago, and so it's a bit strange for me to... It was strange for me to even consider that I had another brother, or a brother. I didn't have a brother before, so saying that sounds a bit strange. So I can understand Alistair going through some same sort of realization, but it's all nice. It's all good. Now, let's go into Goldana's house. Hello.
Shall we?
We don't have to knock or anything. We just walk straight in. All right.
Hello? Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Goldana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
This is probably off topic, but I just noticed that a lot of the walls don't have any textures. We'll see after we after we get out of this conversation. He is telling the truth if you listen to him, and I believe him because of the fade thing we encountered. So hey, he's telling the truth.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
Ugh, for all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
What ran me off? I'm having difficulty understanding what she's saying. Her specific dialect is very unusual for me. Well, that's hardly Alistair's fault, is it?
And who in the Maker's name are you? Some servant of his to carry all his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend, and a Grey Warden just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Look, Goldana, Alistair came here to find his family and try and get along with you. He didn't expect this sort of welcome. Saying a welcome is not exactly true. It is not very welcoming. But hey, what can you do about that?
Well, so he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly.
Me neither.
I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
Now there are 2 options here. Either the first one is pretty much, I think that's what I'm going to pick. It says, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry it turned out like this, right? That's pretty much exactly how I feel. I didn't expect it either, that she would not react all that good. And then also trying to comfort him. The third option is pretty nice. You know, you don't need her. We have others who care for you, right? We care about him. We like him. He's a good friend. But I think I'm going to go with the first one because I didn't expect it to be like this either. I don't really know what to expect in those situations.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Fair enough. I don't want to really dwell on it either. And the third option was, I didn't really pick it because I felt it would be dismissive of his sister as well. I'm going to go into this emporium, see what's up with that.
Very well.